The price of Bitcoin looks like it's going to be ranging for the next couple of weeks. However, I am going to explain why October could be extremely bullish in this episode because we are forming a larger pattern that could reverse the price in the next coming weeks. Of course, now, throughout the next coming days, it doesn't look like that we are going to see much volatility. We are going to be talking about the lower time frames. What are the best levels and scenarios to play out? Yesterday, we were talking about the possibility of forming kind of a broadening wedge and expanding diagonal to hit the highs one more time to look for a short trade, guys. If we were to roll down, I missed the short. I want the price to hit those highs above $58,400 one more time to get into the short position. Just remain patient for your trading plan. This is exactly what happened. We finally maintained as support, claimed the highs, and we got a beautiful swing failure pattern dropping over $1,000. Now, if you just wait for those trading plans, you are going to be successful with your trading setup. So in this episode, we'll be going through the higher time frame, why I believe that October could be extremely bullish even to the end of September, and focusing on those lower time frame different levels to take into consideration, guys. Remember, on Bybit, you can claim a $500 free position on an airdrop. Just sign up with a link, follow the steps, and you get a $500 free position, guys. You can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you can withdraw those profits. It is the first link down below, guys. Remember, if you cannot trade on Bybit, you'll be getting the best bonus available that there is on Bluffing. No KYC, just with an email and a password, you can start trading in minutes. Let's dive in through higher time frames. Going to keep it relatively simple. This is a pattern that we talked about throughout the last few days, and that is a diamond bottom reversal pattern. I'll be leaving a picture right over here so you can analyze why this could be the bottom formation. So far, we have been creating a higher low, not claiming $49,000. A lot of people getting extremely bearish. We're getting lower, we're going lower, and we are going to be going to $49,000 and even $44,000. We are very much ranging here, guys, as the price has not claimed the all-time high and just following here with lower highs and just claiming the lows and claiming the lows. I want to believe that this is more classic for a reaccumulation. If the highs would have been tested every single time, it would look like a distribution pattern, something very similar to what happened in 2021. Of course, when you do create a double top, a triple top, you're just testing the highs. This is more for a distribution. If you're leaving the lows here without being tested, you're finally going to break down. Now, when we zoom here and fast forward to today's price action, it is reversed, where we are forming lower highs and we are consistently testing the lows, leaving a huge gap here of liquidity that is very likely going to be hit in the next coming weeks. As we do see here, this diamond bottom pattern, it does look like that we still could be ranging for the next 1 to 2 weeks, okay? So what I do believe here that is that we can get that leg up potentially to round about $60,000 or even maybe a push to $61,000, get a little bit of a fake out. And I mean, this is just looking at speculation on higher time frame. Look for a movement up in the next coming days, then a very aggressive move down, looking for a breakdown here from this level, create a fake out, and then entering into October or late September, finally start getting the push to the upside. We know that October has been a very bullish month for Bitcoin throughout the last decade. There's only been 2 years where October has been bearish. Of course, September being one of the most bearish months, we are minus 4% right now in September. So it could be very choppy and very boring. As you can see, it is in the red, but not massively aggressive. We're not down 20% or 30% in September throughout the last decade. It's usually 7%, 3%, currently 4%. We had a very bad one here in 2019, which was 13%. And October has been extremely bullish most of the years. So let's dive in throughout the lower time frames. It does look like that September could be relatively boring, all right? Then back down here, we could still be ranging, forming a little bit of a triangle as well. You could arguably discuss that we are forming this kind of triangle pattern inside of this diamond bottom, meaning that the highest probability, in my opinion, for the next coming weeks will be finally getting that breakout to the upside. That is what I believe. That is what I predict, looking at this downtrend that we formed, like a massive, gigantic bull flag coming from that major uptrend from Q1 of 2024. Now, higher time frames for me, it is a lot of speculation. Anything can happen tomorrow. We get a massive sell-off, bad news, and we start breaking down. So this is really not a tradable scenario right now, taking a look at the local price action. I want to focus on what has happened locally, just like we do on the live streams. Like, guys, I haven't entered the short. I'm going to miss the short unless we get that leg up to test the highs and reject from it. That is where I'll be looking for a short. We came all the way back down to the previous day open and previous day value area high. When we zoom in on the 5-minute time frame, this was a great short. A lot of people in the comment section on the live, we dropping, we going lower, we not testing the high. We got a gigantic pump to my trading plan, hit the highs, look for a short, back down to the lows, and we were getting supported here. This was the previous day open levels, right? This is, you need to take profits right there at that zone, because that was the daily open from yesterday, the previous day value area high. This zone is maintaining our support. We do not know if it's going to get a breakdown. However, you could speculate it on the back test of the swing failure pattern level. We also got back tested that level. As you can see, it's always a good entry. You got a tiny stop loss, and you also get that pullback down of almost $1,000, right? Around about $800. Still good for a short position and take some profits. So let's dive in right away through the next levels of Bitcoin, right? It's very disturbing right now. If we haven't started breaking down, we're finding some support. We are still uptrending, as you can see on the higher time frame. Let's take a look at today's levels, right? This range that we are, it does look a little bit toppy. It does look like that we are losing steam and momentum, but that does not mean that we are in a downtrend. We are still very much uptrending with higher lows here. So there's no major reason to be bearish. Yes, I think the highs are great to get into a short position, just as mentioned on yesterday's live stream. I said I will repeat this tomorrow. If we do get that push up, I'm going to remain patient. For me, this is no shorts, no longs. I would want to see the highs being taken and then look for the short to get that movement down. We've got a move of over $1,000 from that level. And I said, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. And this is what we got. We finally got the highs taken and got a major pullback. If you just waited for that opportunity, you are in the green, okay? You did make profits. So let's just talk about a little bit of lower time frames, but not inside of the range. I'm going to reserve that for the Legends trading community, of course, because that is, we need to focus on what is happening on the next move, right? Take CVD into consideration, because right now I could give you some lower time frame levels, but they're possibly going to be playing out throughout the next couple of hours, maybe before I upload the video. So let's just go through some different speculation levels where I would be looking for a trade here, maybe for the next coming hours in between today and tomorrow. And nothing has really changed because we haven't hit that zone. Yes, that is the $59,100 range. Why? It is the value area low from the entire range. I'm going to repeat this level because it is very important for anybody that hasn't been watching the latest videos. Value area low from the entire range between March and September. It is just slightly beneath $59,000. When we do zoom in here at the $59,000 range, that is where we have a lot of confluence. We have a daily level that has not been tapped. That is the daily close and open from the second third of September, okay? Daily level, daily close and open. We have a naked point of control. Why? Because from the volume profile of this consolidation from the 3rd of September, we do have that very nice high volume node, naked point of control, very important level. This area is a level where the price could definitely get a reaction rejection. Even if it's just of a few $100s, it could double top or it could blast through. Now here's where you come into play. First reaction, I think it's going to be a good scalping scenario. We need to realize that we're still uptrending. Will this be the top or not? I do not know. I know it's likely going to get a reaction. So if for all of those scalpers out there, it's a quick scalp if you get acceptance back beneath the level. Be aware that the price could get another push to the upside to potentially successfully break out or form that double top and get a much larger corrective move. That is where you need to take action on the rejection from that high that has been created at this high confluence zone, naked point of control, daily level, right? This is a very, very good confluence level where the price could struggle to break and then get the larger pullback. However, it's not going to be easy. You have a quick scalp here, first of all, and then here you might be forming another higher low and have another attempt. The second attempt, we do not know if it's going to break and continue to the upside or form a double top. If it double tops, that is your golden ticket for that short position. Now, what if the price reverses from here? It's looking very choppy, right? And the price is not going to push through, right? Just say for speculation, we get that pullback, right? Let's talk about internal levels where we could be finding some local support zone. I'm not interested in longing a falling knife. We've been uptrending throughout the last few days and the drop could get aggressive. So we want to be very, very cautious and long in here after this major uptrend. We could be getting a large corrective move. However, where is the strongest level of support that we do have? Well, we've got this uptrend higher support trend line, right? Just keeping it very simple and easy. We are forming higher lows. We are going to continue to the upside till proven otherwise, till we actually break down and lose this low over here, potentially for a larger pullback for the next coming day. So as long as we're above this higher low support level, we could be looking for some good support zones. Now let's take a look at the fixed volume profile from this range. We do have a nice point of control from this area. Let's just get a little bit of more here of price action. We do have a high volume node in this zone, very close to this one, which is right over here from this consolidation of the last few days. This area has a high volume node on the volume profile. It's kind of in confluence with the higher low support trend line. When we do take a look at Fibonacci from the pivot low here of Wednesday to the highs, yes, the 618 golden pocket zone is where we have that point of control zone. So this area with higher low support could definitely get a reaction, okay, and look for higher levels. If we do form bullish CVD divergence, we get those higher lows on price action, lower lows on the CVD from this area. It might be looking very good for the price to get a major bounce. This is a zone where I want to see a reaction. If we get into a falling knife, guys, we could slice through. We could get a small, quick reaction, a quick little bounce, maybe come back down. Still would be interested in the possibility of a double bottom and look for the rise to claim the highs and get to $59,000 potentially, okay? If we break down, then we'll be analyzing on the live stream what are the different levels and scenarios. Legends, that is basically it. Level to level trading, just as mentioned yesterday. Wait for the high to be taken, look for a short. You got a beautiful scalp day trade and a move of over $1,000 coming back down to the lows here where we had the previous day open and previous day value area high. Let's just zoom in here on slightly lower time frames because we are inside of today's levels, right? As we can see, that daily open and the previous day point of control is acting as resistance at the moment. We're just hitting that zone. Not very interested. We're kind of in the middle of the range. If we were to lose the previous day value area low where we have been getting supported today, just about 2 hours ago, we can see a possible breakdown, okay? So this is going to be a crucial zone. This could be the moment where the price suddenly loses it and we're going to get that movement down to that higher low support level, this naked point of control, right round about the 56,800 to 600 zone is where I do think that the price could get a reaction, right? We do have the golden pocket from this pivot low to the pivot high. It's going to be interesting to see this area. This is the reaction zone where the price could consolidate. We could be looking for some long scalps at that zone. Legends, thank you very much for joining. I'll be doing a live stream later on to monitor the price action just like we do almost every single day, looking for those internal scalping day trade scenarios just like yesterday that played out very, very nicely. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.